We're live. There's a little thing here, and we have a policy, not a rule for tonight only. We are going to ban several people for a few days. We're going to add a couple new mods. We took a lot of mods away for a few days or for tonight. We're going to add 2 new mods. So a couple people are going to be mods that weren't mods before. We're going to take mod applications soon, probably starting tomorrow. You can message me on social media tomorrow. Don't message me on social media and ask me a bunch of questions tonight. I'm not answering questions. I'm not doing anything except Bible questions. I can't get the whole thing in there, but we have a policy and a rule for tonight only. Bible questions only. No questions about anything else. No questions about anything else but John 11 or prayer requests. Everything else will not be allowed. We've had a rough day. Daniel's had a rough day. His guardians had a rough day. We're not doing it. We're not taking it. We will time people out and we will ban people. Some people are on final chances and they're going to get banned if they start stuff. You have to be positive, no negativity, all rules in effect for all times for everyone. Daniel's going in the chat, or his worker is. I don't know which one he is, or if that's his worker, or if it's Daniel. But he'll be typing in the chat. He's still awake. He is home. His social worker and guardian's there. So everything's working. The new rule for tonight only, I can put it all in there. Bible study only. No questions about anything. No questions to Daniel about anything. You can say hi, Daniel. You can talk to Daniel, but no questions. It triggers him. He has meltdowns. Don't question him. Don't question him about anything or anything you've heard about him or anything about his cancer or anything. This is the other Daniel account or his worker. I don't know which is which yet. They can tell me which one's Daniel, but we're adding both of these as mods. They're standard mods like Biscuit and these are the only mods on the stream. So that's the rule, Father Time. He is home. I'm not going to answer a lot of questions about Daniel. He is home. Hi, Joey. We have 2 new mods. Biscuit is still a mod. That's the only mods. Everyone else got taken mods away for a few days or may not get their mods back. We're going to give people chances. We're going to give some people one chance. If they start drama, come in here starting drama and do anything or ask a bunch of questions. They already know that I gave them a bunch of instructions and they're not following instructions. They have one chance or a couple of chances, then they get banned. The mods can time out or ban anyone they don't like. They're going to time out first, except for certain people get one chance. I know who the people are. They may not know who the people are yet. Biscuit doesn't know who the people are. Biscuit doesn't know anything because I haven't told her stuff, but I trust her to be a mod. Biscuit, we have one rule for tonight. No questions. No questioning Daniel about anything. No questioning me about today, Daniel, anything. Daniel's home. That's all anybody needs to know. He has his guardian there and the staff there. He's fine for now. He's had a bad day. He's had meltdowns and people have bothered him today. I don't need to go into it, but it's a bad day for Daniel. It's been a bad day for me. It's been a bad day for everyone in this situation. People have started drama. I'm not going to take drama. We have some people on one chance. We took questions about the Bible study are fine and prayer requests. You can talk in the chat. You can put Bible verses. You can talk about God. We're not going to talk about a bunch of stuff or mess up Daniel. Daniel is here. We're going to read the children's Bible first, then the other Bible, then the study notes. We're not singing. We're not playing the guitar. We're not going to do a bunch of stuff. We're going to try to focus and get it done because it's late. I have a doctor appointment in the morning. We're not going to do all that. I'm going to try to sleep and not be on social media tonight. I'm not taking messages from anyone on social media tonight. I'm not going to be in the Discord tonight taking questions or talking about anything tonight. Everyone has instructions. I haven't gave you instructions, Biscuit, but that's the instructions for tonight. If no one can follow them and all of the drama happens, then we're going to time people out. Then we're going to ban people, and some people will get immediately banned for everything that's happened today. And some people got unmodded for that. And they're getting another chance, but in the here. So you guys know what I just said that are here. There's 10 people listening. The 10 people that are listening, if you got some of it, no questions about anything but John 11, or put scriptures in the chat, put things about God and positivity in the chat, and that's it. That's the instructions. Be nice to Daniel. You can be positive and you can be nice. He might say which one's Daniel, and you can message on the account Daniel right now and say, I'm the one who's Daniel. The other one is my worker. Okay, God's knocking. I'm not going to knock right now. I have a headache. I have to make sure I have my drinks. Daniel says, good evening, everyone. I don't know if that's Daniel or the worker because there's two accounts, and one is Daniel and one is the worker. So one of the accounts that's Daniel needs to say, this is Daniel, so then everybody doesn't get confused. There's going to be two Daniels in the chat. That one's Daniel with the picture and the pride stuff. What I don't know what the picture is on the other one, but one of them is his old account. Margaret's also in the chat, and I guess has made an account. Thank you for protecting him. You're welcome. So he's in. There's another picture of him in red or something, and so that is the guardian and the worker, social worker. We're not going to tell her name. If she wants to put her name in the chat, she can. We don't have to tell her name. Some people know her name and it's been bothering her. We're not going to do that. She's not going to add people on her Instagram. She's not going to accept people on her Instagram. I don't know how her name got out there, but people have found it. People are bothering her. Oh, we're not going to take that tonight. So if anyone bothers her or says hi to her, that's okay. But you're not going to talk to her on Instagram. She's not going to add you on Instagram or anything. Daniel's not going to add you on Facebook if you find his Facebook. All of those things. He'll either just not add people for a while, block everyone that tries to add him. I don't know what he's going to do, but that's Daniel's decision, not my decision. And that's his guardian's decision, not my decision. I don't know some of these people's Facebook, so I can't tell them what the Facebook is. We don't have time to go through the ban list and tell them all the blocked people's names and all of that tonight. We will do that soon. I didn't have time tonight. I didn't have time to actually read the chapters in the Bible tonight, but I've been through chapter 11. I've read chapter 11, and everything's fine. Margaret, do you want me to add you as a mod, or is this a different person being Margaret? Because Margaret doesn't have a YouTube unless you set one up, as far as I know. So, Margaret, if it's the real you, let me know privately. If it's not the real you, I won't mod you. But, you know. Oh, you had an old one for watching videos? Let me know that's the real you on Instagram, and then we'll go from there. I don't have time to keep going through my social media while I'm streaming. I need to focus and get this done, or we'll be streaming all night and I have a doctor appointment in the morning. The plan is we're going to read the children's Bible first for Daniel, and so everybody can understand it for all the new Christians. Then we're going to read the regular Bible in the NIV version. We're going to read the Bible notes and everything. Okay, she said it's not her. So we have to block this account because they're putting her name and all of her information out there. So we have to block that account. Any Margaret accounts you have to block immediately. Any pictures. Kate, we have to block. I'm sorry. Make sure I'm blocking the right person and not Father Time or somebody. Kate, we have to block. We gave her one chance. She didn't take it. So Kate was starting drama. I'm not going to take drama. We discussed this already. I discussed it already, Kate. I thought I could trust you. I can't trust you. I'm not going to talk to you on social media ever again. You can't come in my accounts or YouTube with multiple accounts. No, I didn't block Father Time. Oh, yeah, we don't talk about that. We already said that. Father Time, no questions. You're going to take the first time out for 30 minutes and then 24 hours and then you're banned. We have a couple problems going on. We will take prayer requests. And I prayed for you earlier. So, and everything and everybody else. We already did the prayer today. We're not going to pray for people right now. Big JH, I took mods away for a few days. We'll talk about it later. I'll probably mod you back in a day, 2 days, 5 days when I start modding people back. Don't worry about it. I'm not mad at you, but it's for drama and my sanity. There's also no questions to anyone, Daniel, or me about anything but John chapter 11, the story that I'm going to read for John chapter 11 in the children's Bible. The Bible, if I don't know the question, I'm not going to do that tonight, and it's going to take too much time. No questions about the Bible except John 11 and what we do tonight. No questions about Daniel. No questions to Daniel. I think that's it. No questions to me or personal questions or updates. I'm not going to give any updates. Daniel's home. Daniel says hi to everybody. Or is that the word? I think that one is his guardian. She said that other one wasn't her. Okay. Okay, BJH, that's fine. It's been a drama day. I'm not going to take drama and negativity tonight. There's going to be in here people in here starting drama. You don't have to have the mod. You can still watch. We can say hi to people in the chat. We can be nice and positive in the chat. You can say hi to Daniel. The one with the pride stuff is Daniel. The other Daniel account is his guardian and worker. We are allowed to say hi back to people. Yes. We're just not answering questions. We're not asking a lot of questions in the chat about anything and talking about anything but John 11, God, and positivity, and being nice to people. I'm sorry people are going to bother her. It's not the real her. And people are going to make all these accounts and bother people. It's going to be drama tonight. If you can't handle drama, it's okay if you're not here tonight and you need to leave. If people can't handle drama tonight, it's okay. I'm not mad at anybody. I am upset with a few people. I don't hate anybody, but we have to block people for my sanity and for the drama and the negativity and the not listening and the not following instructions. And that's how it's going to be for a few days. I'm not talking to anyone that's on social media after. Quentin, just a quick thing. It is me messaging you on X. I've told people to tell you. I don't know if they did, but I told people to tell you I'm not going to learn a song or sing you a song right now. I've been too busy and I have a lot to do tomorrow. Museum says, okay. No, that's not Daniel on all the accounts. He's not his own guardian. He has a guardian and he has a worker. He does have mental problems, and people don't need to be bothering him. He has cancer. He doesn't run all the bully and worker accounts, and I'm not going to accept that. I understand that some people don't understand. We will be timing people out. If you talk bad about Daniel, tell me stuff about Daniel and that it's not real or he's doing all of this. He's not doing anything. See, Daniel says, no, that's not true. So Museum, I know some people won't understand this. We will time people out. We will give people chances. Right now, we will time people out for 10 to 30 minutes, then 24 hours. Then we ban people if you cannot follow simple instructions and not talk bad about Daniel, not talk bad about other people, not talk bad about any of his conditions or anything that he has or anything that he does or anything like that or about his personality. We're not going to talk about all of that tonight. We're not going to start drama. I will not accept drama or negativity, and all the rules apply. Daniel, what gender do you want to be called? Because I don't want to get it wrong either. Daniel, if you want to say what gender or like your thing, I don't remember. I don't have time to look at your Instagram and like find it. Yeah, it's okay if you refer to him as something or what you think he is. Okay. He doesn't have multiple personality disorder. He has not been diagnosed with multiple personality disorder. You get 30 minutes. And people are going to come in. I'm not going to explain what is going on. You don't have to know right now. But today's been a drama day. People have bothered me. People have bothered Daniel. And people have found his worker's information and bothered his worker. Okay, he wants to go by he, him. So we call him he. We call him him. We call him Daniel. We don't call him anything else. Don't call him anything else. People that want to be proper, he's he, him, and Daniel. We don't have to talk about why he's he, him, and Daniel or any about his story. If later he wants to tell a story, he will. You want to refer to as the other because that's who she is or originally was. I don't know if he will accept that or is okay with that. He's had surgery to change a couple of things. So he's technically the other. I don't know if he has it on a license or on his ID, but he's technically the other. So he can delete people. He can time people out. He can delete messages. And he can time you out if you're bothering him or say things. I know you can't lie. I don't lie. that makes you sad, I'm sorry. I may have to, if you can't handle it, just leave for tonight. We can talk about it another day if he wants to. It bothers him and upsets him when we talk about all of these things. So we're not going to. He doesn't accept that. So yeah, Yakov, you'll have to be timed out for 30 minutes or 10 minutes. If you can't do that, then you may have to get timed out for longer for tonight. So yeah, he doesn't accept that and calling him she. So you call him he, or he, you call him he, him, or she, or Daniel. That's all we do. Okay, we have to block some people if we have to. You get 24 hours and then you get blocked. We already gave you a warning. We already timed you out. So I know we're ready for the battle. It's me, Biscuit, and Daniel and his worker against all the trolls, all of the drama, all the negativity. We're not going to allow it. If we have to block 50 people tonight, we're going to block 50 people tonight. That's how it's going to be. We're not unblocking people if you can't behave in the chat. It's going to be a rule. You don't do that. You don't bother Daniel. We don't talk about anything about Daniel except what he is and if he's sick. Larry Gatto. There's Joe Gatto, and Larry is a character that he does and yells on Impractical Jokers. If you know who Joe Gatto is, Larry is a character he does, and he screams, "Who's Larry?" We will answer that question. No, it's not a cat at a shelter. It's not a cat. It's not Gatto like a cat. It's Joe Gatto's last name. He's a comedian from the Impractical Jokers. Yes, I have the shirt on today, but we're not going to answer a bunch of questions about it. He does mostly family-friendly comedy and not mature-rated comedy, so it's okay to watch him. Okay. Nutmeg and all the Nutmeg accounts, just block all the Nutmeg accounts. And anybody that comes in that says that they're a Nutmeg or negative like that, no, he didn't. He might have harassed some people, and he went to treatment, and he went to therapy, and he got some help for it and worked on it. And now he's back to doing his tour and comedy. So we're not going to talk about that either. I will put you on another timeout for 24 hours if you were going to talk about it. Another day, we might talk about other things and what he did, but we're not going to talk about it tonight. We already warned you. We're not going to talk about anything else tonight but Bible study, read the 2 Bibles, and read the notes. That is the assignment for today. We're going to try to focus and get it done. I got to find it. I got to find the story. I don't know how to find it. I don't use this Bible very often. Old Testament, and then there's a New Testament. I got to find it. I don't know. Let me see a little bit about the stories or anything and see if I can figure this out. So Daniel, block all the Nutmeg accounts. The other Daniel's worker, block all the Nutmeg accounts. That's what the assignment is. You see any Kate accounts, block all the Kate accounts. She already got her chance. It says Jesus is going to encounter crucial events in Jerusalem. It talks a little bit about Lazarus and talks about some things. It talks about Cephas, and there's notes about that. It is the Lazarus story. I just have to find the Lazarus story. And then, yeah, the Lazarus story. I thought it was the Lazarus story. I have to find the Lazarus story. This may be a little bit different. We may not be able to find it and not do it tonight. Okay, Lazarus lives again, and the Good Samaritan. I don't know if it's the Good Samaritan, so we're going to read just the Lazarus story for Daniel to understand it. And for everybody else, I got to find it. 426. 426. We might show the pictures, but I don't know if I have to show the pictures. We're going to read this story. It's going to be very simple for children to understand and Daniel and everybody else to understand. Then we're going to read the regular version. You can block me. Like I say, I'm not encouraging him to sin. Oh, that's between him and God. We're not going to discuss it. I don't hold anything against him. I know Daniel and I trust Daniel. And I care about Daniel and I'm meant to help him. God does not make mistakes. They're being groomed. Okay. You get a 24-hour timeout, then you get blocked. So I'm not going to talk about why you can't believe all this. And God told me to help him. I'm going to help him. It was okay with the guardian. That's the laws in Canada. I thought you knew the laws in Canada. Maybe you don't. I think the law is 16, but she might have been able to do it 15 if that was a law at his area. It happened last year. That's all I'm gonna say. It happened last year. His guardian signed the papers. They went through a lot with him. He or she went through a lot. We're not gonna call her she, but they went through a lot before they did it. They went through a lot of research. They talked to a lot of experts and children experts and doctors. They didn't just do it to be doing it. We're not going to talk about it, but that's a little bit about it. And that's all we're going to say. We're not going to handle the negativity and talking, saying you can't do that. He's a sin. We're not going to anybody talking bad about Daniel, and you're talking bad about Daniel and condemning him and judging him. Only God can do that. If you can't do that and you judge him, please don't come in here tonight bothering people, because I won't accept it. Quattro, Quentin is blocked, so I have to block you too. So we have to block all the Quentin accounts that we know of because he didn't listen either. I gave him 24 hours. So we're going to block all the alts because he doesn't listen. And I don't want drama. And no one listens to me. And that's how it's going to be. And all you people are going to cause drama. There's 12 people here. 12 people may cause drama. They may all have to be blocked. All the other people watching can either leave. You talk to me tomorrow. We'll talk to me and we'll do the other Bible studies. If you can't handle the drama, leave. If you're going to cause drama, leave. If you're not going to listen and follow the instructions or can't follow simple instructions just for tonight, then leave. The actual Sega camper is here, or if that's a fake Sega. I don't think I have Sega blocked on YouTube. Sega, we have one rule for tonight. We're going to do Bible study. We're not going to talk about people and answer a lot of questions. You can say hi to Daniel or pray for Daniel. You can talk about God, positivity, and you can talk about John chapter 11, the Lazarus story. Ask me questions. We're going to read the children's Bible, then the regular Bible, and then the notes. We're going to try to focus and get through this. There's going to be people in here causing drama. We've had a lot of drama and chaos. I have to block a lot of people today, and the rules have to be followed. You went to church for your girlfriend, and then I looked at her phone, and it says, escape room, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if your girlfriend is not the right person for you and you went to church with her and it didn't work out and you can't be her girlfriend anymore and you may have to find a different church because she goes there. I understand all of that and I will pray for you. Let me add you to the prayer list. I already pray for everybody, but I will take prayer requests. I will take all of that. I'm not going to answer social media. You guys can block me if you want to. I will block people. I'm going to block people in the Discord right now because they're blocking me anyways. And they didn't listen. And they get one chance or two chances. They don't listen. People. Okay. We're blocking people. We're going to have to time people out. And we're going to have to block people on Discord. I may have to leave that Discord for my sanity. We're not going to deal with it tonight. There is two Daniels. He has two accounts. One account is Daniel. The one with the pride stuff is Daniel. The one with the other stuff is Zod account, and that's his guardian and his worker. I've talked to the guardian and the worker. I verified all of this. It doesn't matter why. You don't have to ask questions about it. Tonight, Bible study only. Positivity only. You can say hi to Daniel. You can say hi to everybody else. We're not going to talk about anything and everything and cause drama. We're not going to talk about any of his medical conditions tonight. We're doing Bible study only. I put it in the title. That's the instructions. If people can't follow simple rules, we will time out and block. That's how it has to be for tonight. We're not unblocking people if they can't follow the rules or the simple rules. Maybe I might convert to Islam. I don't care what religion you are. We'll pray about it. You don't have to convert to Islam just because you're mad at somebody. I wouldn't really recommend that. There's one God. You only pray to one God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit and the Trinity. That's what I believe in. You may believe of a different, and you may pray to other things or do other things or whatever you want to do. We don't have that in the chat. We don't talk about Satan. We don't talk about demons. We don't talk about any other gods, or praying to anything but God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. No praying to the Pope, no praying to Mary, no praying to false gods in the chat. That is a rule. The rules are in the chat, Sega, if you want to read them. If you don't follow them, I'll have to time you out. It doesn't matter why. Daniel's already not happy today. All right, no comments and drama. And I've already said I didn't want drama. We are blocking multiple people in my Discord, my personal Discord that I felt safe in. We are blocking multiple people tonight. We may unblock people later. I don't care if there's 2 people in there that I not have blocked. We're blocking everybody tonight because you guys can't stop talking about it. Can't follow simple rules tonight. Don't bother me tonight. And don't cause drama in my Discord. Don't cause drama in the chat. Don't cause drama anywhere tonight for me. Don't talk to me during my streams on all my social medias. I know you can't see everything. Usually you can close it out. Sega, close it out. Go to the description and press more. If you can't do that and you only have it on your PS5, we'll go over the rules another day. If you do block them, I will just time you out. I won't block you tonight unless you break multiple rules or cause multiple chaos or drama. I don't see Sega causing multiple chaos or drama. You're not usually like that. You're a good person and you're a nice person. I know you're not, on like an adult level, so you may not understand everything. You don't have to understand everything. If you're nice, positive, talk about God and stuff, you can stay and you can talk in the chat. I won't tolerate cursing, drama, negativity, or any of the rule breaking. I'll tell you the rules another day, or I can send them to you on Twitter later. But like I say, if you break a few of them, we're not dealing with it tonight. We have had multiple meltdowns tonight. Daniel has multiple meltdowns tonight. His worker's been upset. We are all been upset, and it's been a rough day. I've had to block multiple people on social media. I've had to take multiple mods away. We have Biscuit, Daniel, and his worker. If people have a problem with that, don't want to be here, they don't have to be here and cause drama tonight. Jen, we've had drama. We have one rule, Bible study only. Don't cause drama in the chat. Don't cause problems in the chat. Don't cause problems with Daniel. Don't ask Daniel a bunch of questions, or me, or anybody else a bunch of questions. If I see a bunch of questions in the chat, we will time people out and block people. We will have to block multiple people tonight for drama and starting multiple accounts and drama. I'm sorry, but that's the way it has to be tonight for my sanity and for future streams for maybe a few days. Okay, you're cursing. You're breaking a rule. Say, I got to time you out for 30 minutes. Take 30 minutes. Think about it. Don't curse in the chat. That's a rule. Don't be negative in the chat. You can't say that word. Because Daniel has 2 accounts. She doesn't have a YouTube account. She might make one, but she doesn't have her personal name out there. People have found her personal name. We're not going to talk about it. People have found her Instagram. I haven't given them the Instagram. Daniel hasn't given anybody Instagram or her name, but people have lied and said that he did, and people have found her anyways. I don't know how. People have skills. People have Google. People have all these things. So that's I won't answer questions. If Daniel wants to time you out, he can time you out for questions. I already mentioned this. No questions to Daniel. If he gets upset, he's a mod. He can time you out and ban you. We already discussed most people get 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 24 hours, and then they get banned. If they break multiple rules or say multiple bad things, and certain accounts are already getting banned, and they're all going to be banned if they come in under that same name. And come in under different names and start drama, we'll ban them. We're banning certain people, certain accounts, and anyone who starts drama. We've had enough drama. I have been triggered multiple times today. Daniel has been triggered multiple times today, and his worker has been upset. I've tried to calm down and focus. We're going to read the Lazarus story in the children's Bible. I think it's 3 or 4 pages. Some of it's pictures, so it's not going to take a long time. We're going to do the other thing. Yeah, it's like 2 pages and part of a 3rd page. It's not going to take all day, hopefully. Then we're going to read it in the regular Bible, the whole chapter, John 11. I know you have a demon, Quentin. I know you have a problem. But if you can't follow the rules or simple instructions, we have to block you. And I told you if you come in on other accounts, I would block them or time them out for 24 hours. So let me just time you out for 24 hours. We'll talk about it tomorrow. or you can leave and not come back on multiple accounts. I know your accounts. The Satan God story. I know a little bit about it from church and mom and yeah. We're not going to talk about it tonight. So we can talk. You can put stuff in the chat. I don't have to answer it if I don't want to. And it's not about John 11. John 11 is mostly the Lazarus story and some other stuff. And that's what we're going to read and talk about tonight. We're not going to talk about the whole Bible and all these different things. So if you can't do that, then they want to time you out, they can. I think we can understand that, and we will follow that, and other people will follow it. Sega should follow it, but he's already cursed, so he doesn't want to follow it. Some people won't understand. I'll even block my brother tonight if I have to, if he comes in here starting drama and doesn't understand. Some people won't understand. I just won't accept any drama. I'll unblock them later maybe, but we're going to block people tonight. My brother has multiple accounts. We may time him out for 24 hours and tell him to wait 24 hours and then you can talk in the chat. I'm sorry, he only is here sometimes. But like I say, I will block members. I will block anyone who causes drama. I think Twitten has 24 hours before he's completely blocked on his regular account. And I'm blocking or timing out the other ones for 24 hours. I might have already blocked one because he's not following rules and he won't listen. So, and some people are not going to listen. Some people don't care. Some people are mad. She's his legal guardians and she's a 24-hour shift. That's why. You don't have to know why. But that's why. I'll explain some things if I want to. I don't have to explain everything or address every comment. I still am going to block all the nutmeg accounts, and Daniel and them's going to block all the nutmeg accounts or delete messages or time them out. All the nutmeg accounts, Daniel and your worker, I'm not going to say her name, but they all get blocked immediately. If I miss it, then you can block them. Or what it is hide them on the channel. Go ahead and block them. Daniel's a mod on like 4 people's YouTube. He knows how to block people. He's somewhat of a smart boy in some things in electronics and typing. He usually does short answers. He'll say hi in the chat and stuff, but he's not going to just sit there and talk to everybody because he's sick. He has cancer. He can't do it very much. He's going to mod for me for a while. And if he doesn't like what people say or cause drama, then he can time them out and block them. He has the instructions. He follows instructions. He follows directions. My brother can follow directions. Most people can follow simple directions. Yeah, Daniel, okay, sounds good. That's the worker and guardian. They have 24-hour shifts and work about 3 to 4 days a week. I think there's 2 or 3 of them that do that. So he has multiple. So she's there and wants to do this or is on his laptop or on a different phone or whatever on another account or her phone on another account and logged into his account on her phone, even wherever she is. She may not be there right now. I think she's still there. She can't go home until like 10 in the morning. So yeah, if she's there, she's there. She may try to nap. She may try to leave for a little bit, but because the staff's there. Call them and talk. No, we're not calling on the stream. We're not sharing messages. All of that we're not going to do. So I'm not going to prove anything. I'm not going to send messages and screenshots to people. If Daniel wants to add you on Instagram, he can, but you can't bother him. I've told him which people are safe to add and they weren't safe. So he can block anyone who tries to bother him on Instagram if he wants to. He can try to test people out first, but I wouldn't test a lot of people out, Daniel, because they're in the group home. He's home from the hospital. No, Daniel's not in the hospital. He's back at the group home, and he's been home most of the day. I don't know what time, but he's been home most of the day. They didn't clean his hamster cage out. He was a little upset about that. And she had to help him clean out his hamster cage, set up his oxygen, and do a couple of things because that's what she was supposed to do today. She had dealing with other clients, so she didn't be there until like later this afternoon or tonight. So she only got there tonight. So yes, she's going to be there for a while, probably until after the stream or until he goes to sleep. And she's on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on her days off. They have to call her because she's the guardian. Yes, she has to sleep, but if something is wrong and he has to go to the hospital or there's an emergency with Daniel, they have to call her 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they have permission to do that. The staff at the hospitals, the doctors, all of that can call her. I don't even have her number, but they can call her. They can message her. Daniel messages her when he needs her. If she don't answer, sometimes he calls her and ask her questions or ask her to, come pick him up and take him home or whatever. But she's not going to do that if he was in the hospital and he couldn't go home yet. He doesn't understand some things, and I had to explain things to him. We're not going to talk about all that. We still have to read the Lazarus story and John chapter 11. We haven't even got to it yet, and we're 35 minutes in because people aren't listening, and I have to block people, and I'm getting distracted, and I'm trying to tell a little bit about it. I will answer some questions, but mostly just do Bible questions only. And see, you're asking about the hospital, so I have to delete your comment or put you in timeout for 10 minutes. So don't follow instructions, and you will get timed out. You get a few chances, but, I'm not going to take a lot of chances, and we're not going to take drama. We got 11 people here causing drama, or 13 or 5. But, some people like some people understand. Some people are going to leave and say, I can't handle this and I don't even want to be a mod. That's fine. You don't have to be a mod. I'll take new mod applications from people tomorrow. We'll try some new people out. If you can't handle being a mod, don't be a mod. If you don't want to be a mod, don't be a mod. We'll try some people out. Oh my goodness. Okay, all the nutmeg accounts, we're blocking you. We already said that. You can come in multiple times. I know you don't listen, so you'll come in multiple times and try to say multiple things. We don't care. Daniel, block him. His worker, guardian, you know your name. I don't have to tell his name. God knows everybody's names. God knows the situation. God, show me all of this is true. And this is not made up. This is not fake. Daniel does have cancer. He's a real person. And they're a real person, and they're the guardian, and that's all I need to know. I know multiple things. I'm not going to tell multiple things. I have multiple stories, and Daniel's been through a lot in his short life, but we're not going to talk about a lot of things, and we're not going to say multiple things about Daniel and some of his conditions. I try to tell a few people in my Discord, and you guys have bothered Daniel and wanted him on Instagram, and you guys cause all kinds of drama. We're not going to do that. Some people have had to be blocked. I didn't think I'd ever have to block certain people, but they got blocked. And they're going to get blocked on Discord and then later other social media if I have to for a few days or until, they can behave. And if they're not going to behave and try to say it's fake, we're not going to be friends, and I'm not going to unblock them. They can be on the channel, but if they cause drama in the channel, I'm going to have to block them. I'm sorry. If I've known you for years, I'm sorry. That's just the way it's going to be. I have to help Daniel until he dies. That's my job from God in my task. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to disobey him. I've been showed it's real. I've been showed all of these things, and I'm going to do it, and I'm supposed to do it. If you don't like Daniel now, don't want to pray for him now, that's on you and God. But I'm not going to stop praying for Daniel. I'm not going to stop helping Daniel. I'm not going to stop talking to Daniel and being here for Daniel. Everybody wanted Daniel updates. I've told you a little bit about annoying and exhausting. Yes. We're not going to talk about it, and I have to block you now, Yakov. I gave you a chance. I have to block you. I'm sorry. You're coming in here causing drama. I have to block you. I already blocked you on social media. And Daniel's not a girl, and we already talked about this. So you don't want to listen. Took your 30 minutes. You didn't want to listen. Okay. You can come to the Bible studies from the block time and watch them, but I don't care. But you're not going to cause drama. You're not going to come in here on multiple accounts, Yakov. I'm sorry. So Daniel agrees with me. His worker agrees with me. We're not going to start drama tonight. We're already having drama. Multiple people are going to be blocked tonight. I don't know if Yakov has multiple accounts. He has a few. So if he comes in on them, they'll have to be blocked too. Any Yakov accounts now has to be blocked and hit on the channels. They might come in more. They've already said they have to block me, and I don't care if they block me. They're here causing drama, so they're not blocking me. Okay, John 11. Let me see. Is this the whole thing of John 11, or is there like a John 12? No, there's a whole thing of John 11. You can't stand by with abuse. I'm not getting abused, and I have to time you out, Father Time. We may lose a lot of people today. God has shown me that we will lose a lot of people. And we're going to give you 30 minutes and then 24 hours. You get 30 minutes to think about it. And if you can't follow the rules, you can say stuff, but I won't accept it, and Daniel won't accept it. We have already heard of Martha and Mary and Lazarus, the good friends of the Lord Jesus who lived in Bethany near Jerusalem. One day, Lazarus fell seriously ill, and her sister sent a messenger to find Jesus, tell him the sad news. Okay, chaos now. We have one rule. Bible study only. John 11. If you want to ask questions about John 11 or prayer requests, you can, and be positive in the chat only. You can say hi to people. No questions to Daniel. No questions to me. I will answer certain questions about the Bible and John 11. We've already had chaos tonight and drama. If you can't handle chaos and drama, I wouldn't stay tonight because it will be chaotic. And a lot of people will come in here on multiple accounts starting drama and saying things you may not like or understand. So you can handle chaos. You might cause the chaos. But if you can behave, follow the 25 rules and follow that one rule. Bible study only, John 11. Okay, you're the chaos. Well, I have to time you out for 30 minutes. And if you still cause drama, then you get 24 hours and then you get banned. That's the rules. And you can't follow them. And most people can't follow things. You're the chaos and you're going to cause chaos. You named account chaos. So, okay. I have subscribers only. I don't know how these people are coming in here, but I have it on 30 minutes and it's been 40 minutes. So all these people are going to comment now because it's been 30 minutes and they've been subscribers for 30 minutes and they're going to cause drama. They know the drama. They're going to come in on multiple accounts. It may be every 30 minutes, but to create new accounts, but some people have 50 accounts already and they'll come in on them. So they received the news about Lazarus. He did a very strange thing. He stayed 2 days longer where he was and didn't come right away. The third day he started the journey back from Galilee to Judah, and that might take a little bit. I don't know why. We don't have to know why. We know Satan attacks us. Satan sends his demons and other people and minions is what I could call them, and they will attack us tonight. They will attack us multiple times, multiple different streams. My mods and me will handle it. We're ready for the battle and the war because it's spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual attack. I don't care if you don't understand it. I don't care if you don't understand Daniel, his situation, the whole thing with Daniel and his worker. I don't care if you understand it or think it's fake or a troll or drama or they're crazy or something. I don't care. We don't care. We know Daniel. We know them. We've talked to them multiple times. They are two different people. I have talked to them for multiple days. I can tell a difference between Daniel and his little childlike thing and his guardian and our long conversations and her long answers, my long answers. Maybe we shouldn't tell her everything, and I don't tell her everything, but I tell her some things. She's told me a lot of things. She didn't have to tell me, but she knows I'm a Christian and I'm sent to help Daniel. And she told me a lot of things about Daniel and everything that happened to him. She didn't have to tell me all these things, but she did. And we're not going to talk about them to everybody. We have talked about some things and some things he's been through, but we're not going to talk about every little thing he's been through. And we're not going to continue to talk about every little thing he's been through. I may have to leave my Discord or have to talk to two people in it because of drama. So, and start a whole new one for 4 or 5 people that I trust and that can follow the rules. If they can't follow the rules, then they can't be in there. And I'll block some more people on Discord. And anybody that I have on Discord that causes drama, and anybody on my other social media that messages me and causes drama tonight. And we'll block them on all our accounts. And that's what we're going to do. I'll have to block Yakov now on stuff. He stayed 2 days longer in the place where he was. And on the third day, he started off on a journey back to Galilee to Judah. But the disciples were worried. It's time to feed my dog. I'm going to try to get through a little bit of this, and then we're going to go do that. The disciples were worried because they knew how much the Judeans hated him and how they were planning to kill him. Jesus said to them, our friend Lazarus is sleeping. I'm going to go to Judah, and we're going to wake him up. They didn't know what that meant. If he's asleep, that's good news. He's starting to get better. Lazarus is dead. I'm glad for your sakes that I was not there, so you may believe. But let us go to him. Okay, well, no, we're just doing John 11 and Lazarus' story tonight. We're not going to do other things. We're not going to talk about other things. Mike, if you start drama, if you ask people a lot of questions, you ask me a lot of questions, you will get timed out. One rule tonight, Bible study only, John 11. We can talk about the Bible. We can talk about God in John 11. You can ask me questions, but that doesn't mean I have to answer them, and we're not doing a lot of questions tonight. Let us go to him. He reached Bethany to read to Daniel for like 5 minutes. I am. He can wait 5 to 10 minutes. I'm not going to have to just jump when my alarm goes off, feed Adam. Yeah, I feed Adam, but sometimes I feed him 10 to 15 minutes later We're going to read one more paragraph, then we're going to do it. And I got to put a bookmark or a pen or something in here just in case the book messes up. When Jesus reached Bethany, Lazarus' body had already been in the tomb for 4 days. We're trying to focus and do this. There were many people with Martha and Mary comforting him. Martha heard that Jesus was near. She went out to meet him. Martha stayed behind in the house weeping. Okay, we're going to read the rest when we get back and feed my dog. I'll take my medicine later so I don't get tired. Okay. I'm feeding him right now, and there's a lot of drama. We have to try to work it. There's too many rules. I have one rule, no drama tonight. People can't handle that. Won't follow it. So if you're getting time out, block people. I just said you were going to do, and that's what we have to do. Not tonight. It's all the simple rules, the simple instructions. That's what happens. You stay with me, and you do with other people, and you get love. I don't understand how hard people with me think that. Okay, I gotta give you your pill and give you your medicine. I'm gonna give you your pill and give you your food. You're ready to eat. But I was trying to get you to feed me earlier and you wasn't time yet. I'm skinny and I'm gonna get sick if you don't feed me. Thank you for being cute and giving me positivity, Adam. Somebody put ice in his water. Yes, they did. Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights off in here. You can still see me eat. You can still eat. And you're still wet. We're reading the Children's Bible Lazarus story, John 11. We're reading the other Bible, John 11. And we're going to read the notes and be done. And that's all we're doing. Then we're going to go to sleep. Okay. Mom's in her bed. Try not to be loud and bother her. We're going to do the one stuff. And then we're going to go to bed. Okay. Something about Shinzi starting the rapture. You can mention stuff in the chat. I don't have to talk about it. Message deleted. I don't know if you blocked them or timed them out, but so stop or I'll time you out. Okay. John 3:16. We went over John 3:16 before, but that's a scripture in the Bible that most people need to know. Oh, okay. I already read this part. Okay, so Mary's weeping. Martha heard that she went out to find Jesus. I gotta move this chair and it's not moving. So let me try to move it and then sit down so I'm comfortable and everything. And see if that's better. It's a little better. Oh, it might bother me, but it's a little better. When she came to Jesus, Martha said to him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. But now that I know that God will give you whatever that you ask from him. Jesus answered quietly, your brother's going to rise again. Martha said, yes, Lord, I know he'll rise again at the resurrection on the last day. Then Jesus replied, okay, he's going to do a miracle. I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me shall live, even if he dies. And whoever believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? Martha says, yes, I believe this, Lord. I believe that you're the Christ, the Son of God, who is promised by the Father. This should be very simple for you to understand. It's the Children's Bible. When she had said this, she went away to call her sister Mary to come and speak to the Lord too. And when she whispered the news of his coming to Mary, the sister stood up and slipped out of the house. I don't know if I read this when I was little or Mom showed me this when I was little, but this is the Children's Bible I got at my birth. So I've had it my whole life. It's still in great condition because I don't know if we used it much, but it's in great condition. It was a good Bible. When the rest of the people saw this, they followed her because they thought she was going to go to the tomb to weep there. We're going to tell one thing. My middle name and the person I'm named after signed it. Wrote me a little message. We might read that one day, but we're not going to read it now. When Mary reached Jesus, she threw herself down at his feet and cried out, Lord, if thou had been here, my brother would not have died. When Jesus saw her weeping, all of her other friends weeping too, he was very upset. Where have you laid his body? They said, Lord, yeah, come and see. And as soon as he followed them, Jesus wept. That's the shortest thing in the whole Bible. Just remember that when Jesus saw about the tomb and followed Mary and all the other ones weeping and mourning, then Jesus wept because he loved Lazarus so much. That's the point. Many of the people, when they saw this, said, "See how much he loved Lazarus?" But others were just a little puzzled, said, "Surely if the man could open the eyes of the blind, he could have also prevented Lazarus from even dying." By now, Jesus is at the tomb, which was carved out of the rock, and had a great stone lying against his mouth to close it. He said to the men standing by, "Just take away the stone." Martha was terribly upset that Lazarus had been in the grave for 4 days already. But Jesus said, "Did I not tell you, if you believe, you would see the glory of God?" So then they took away the stone because Jesus said to. And then Jesus began to pray. "Father, I thank thee that thou nearest me," he said. "I know that thou hearest me, but I have prayed this for the sake of the people standing round about, so they'll learn to believe that thou hast really sent me." Then he cried out, this is going to be loud for 2 seconds, "Lazarus, come forth." That has to be loud. That's the part that's loud. And as he spoke that, out of the tomb came Lazarus, that he's bound hand to foot in the bandages, and his face is going to be all wrapped up in the cloth. And Jesus told all the men standing there, it might have took 3 or 4 of them, to unwrap him and let him go back home. After he raised him from the dead, he's going to get to go back home with his family and Martha and Mary and all of his other people that are there, and they'll get to talk to him again. Many of the people were just amazed at the miraculous power, then believed in him, but others went to the Pharisees and the rulers and just told them everything. "Oh, well, look what Jesus did. He's a prophet. He's a devil worshiper. He's a demon. He's got something, and he did all these things, and we don't know what's going on, but we don't think it's right." Basically, they decided to call a special council together. They discussed they want to put a stop on everything Christ is doing. Some said, "He's doing many wonderful things, and then if we let him go on like this, all the people will follow him and it'll be chaos, just like there's chaos tonight here. There even could be a disturbance about it, and then the Romans will take away the few rights we have left." All right, the chaos stopped for a little bit. That's good. We blocked a lot of people, so it did stop a little bit. But Caiaphas, the higher priest, knew that what they should do, and this is what he said. I have to turn that off because I already fed him. That was my reminder. "It is better that one man should die rather than the whole nation be wiped out. So we got to see to it that this man is put out of the way." He didn't realize it, but then in his anger against Christ, he was telling a great truth, and Christ had to die, not only amongst the Jews, but for everyone, or no one will have eternal life. And no one understood that yet. Some people will never understand it. Some people today will never understand it. They don't have to understand it. That's what happened. There's 4 books of the Bible that tell you the stories about Jesus from their perspective, from the 4 disciples. You can read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. We're going to read the whole book of John. Then we're going to start reading other things and the little 2-week plans. We may do 2 in a day and do them in 1-week plans. If they're short scriptures, then we're going to do the 6-month plan. Then we're going to do the 3-year plan. I don't know how many 2-week plans are there. I think there's 7, and then there's a whole bunch more that bonus ones that you can do. So I may do them all because that's what I've been led to do, and that's in my student Bible, and I will do them and study them and write them all down, and then we'll start doing Bible studies on them. That's the future and the future of the Bible studies. We're going to do some 2-week reading plans or 1-week reading plans, and that's what we're going to do after John. It's going to take us a few days to a little while to get through John because there's 21 chapters and we're on chapter 11. So there's 10 more chapters. From that time onward, all of the Jewish leaders were determined to put him to death, and other people have already tried to put him to death and tried to arrest him, and he got away, and he ran away, and it didn't happen. They've said they were going to stone him, but then no one would throw the stone. From then on until the last week of his life, Jesus taught only in the small, out-of-the-way wilderness village of Ephraim, where he was safe. He taught out in the wilderness in one town for the whole rest of his journey until he got arrested. And we'll learn more about his arrest. We'll learn more about the resurrection. We'll learn more about all of that. But today is the miracle of Lazarus and raising Lazarus from the dead. If you have questions about that, we will answer them as much as I can about that. We will take prayer requests. If no one has those, we won't take questions. That's the Children's Bible version. If you get it, you don't have to ask a question. That's fine. It's pretty simple stuff. We're going to read the other one, then we're going to read the Bible notes, then we're going to say goodbye. No singing, no nothing. Just for tonight. We've had enough drama today. We're not going to take too much drama, but we're doing the Bible study, and we're going to read the notes. There's notes about Lazarus. There's notes about Caiaphas. There's notes about all kinds of stuff. And this is a long chapter. It has 57 verses, so it will take a few minutes. If you have to leave, fine. I will check my phone, Daniel. Hang on. Okay, I got to say one thing to them. Okay, sorry. It took me a second. They're telling me something about somebody messaged him privately. I said, just block them. I'll block them on all social media. Block them on all social media. He's got one chance now. He comes in here and starts drama. He gets 24-hour timeout. Then the next time he gets banned. That's the rules. That's the way it has to be. We're not going to take it. We've not taken it today, and we're not going to take it anymore. We will block people if we have to. Pixel will never come and get his mod back now. We will give him a chance. Just like the one girl got one chance. If they take their one chance and don't break it, they can stay in the YouTube for a little bit until they break any rule. Then they're gone. Or 24-hour timeout, and then they're gone. Like I said, they got one chance. I'm not going to say his name, but they got one chance. If you message Daniel, you're getting blocked. I block you. You got one chance. I'm going to block him on all social media after the stream. We're not going to take it. I don't care if I've been friends with him for years. And I don't care what you have to say about Daniel, what you have to say about the whole situation or your opinion. I don't care about that either. God will deal with Daniel when he dies, if he wants to, and judge Daniel then. Everybody gets judged at their death. If Daniel has a problem with Daniel or anything Daniel does, then he'll judge them at his death, and Daniel will have to face that. But he doesn't have to face it now. We're not going to talk about it now. Okay, I know it's different. I know it's crazy. I know it's not what most people would do, but that's what we have to do for our sanity, for Daniel's sanity, and for Daniel's safety. I'm sorry if people don't understand it, don't believe it, or whatever happens, and we're not going to take opinions about it. We're not going to take drama. I've explained this multiple times. There's one rule: no drama, no negativity, no breaking the rules, and no talking to Daniel or anything about Daniel or bothering Daniel, bothering the worker, trying to friend the worker on social media or anything like that. She's not going to accept any social media requests, any new accounts. She's not going to accept any friend requests, anything like that if you find her, or try to message her or find accounts, find old accounts of Daniel's, find any account he has that's not his Instagram that he doesn't want to give to people. Everybody will get blocked, and that's just the way it's got to be. I don't care how many people I have to block. If I had to block hundreds of people tonight, we're going to block hundreds of accounts. That's just the way it has to be. If I had to block 50 people, we will block 50 people. We're going to block a few subscribers in the near future too. And we're not going to be friends with people on social media. Jen, if you're going to respect me and Daniel and the rules, then you can stay. But other than that, you got one chance. Not everybody's got one chance, but some people get one chance. Some people get 2 or 3 chances. But I'm sorry, that's just the way it has to be. We're going to read the Bible now. We're going to get some water and hydrate. If you have a question about John 3:16, I'll be welcome to try to answer it if I know what it is. I'm not going to answer questions I don't know. We're not going to stream for 2 hours, hopefully, but we never know. We have an early doctor appointment. So if we have to skip the notes tonight, talk about them tomorrow, and then do chapter 12, or just do the notes tomorrow, we might just do the notes tomorrow for John 11. And we may break it up into 2 parts, but we're just going to read the Bible. We've already been going an hour, and it's been enough drama in here. So, and Daniel's eventually going to have to get some sleep. It's an hour earlier there, but he's got to get some sleep. He said he may not sleep because of all the stress, but he may try to sleep. They may have to give him medicine to help him sleep. But we're going to do what we can and read it. We'll go over more of it tomorrow in the notes, I think, because we don't have time. And it's late, and I want to go to bed, and I want to try to calm down and get 4 hours of sleep if I can, or 6 hours of sleep if I can. But I'm not going to have time to get 6 hours of sleep if I'm streaming. That's not what shirt am I wearing? We're not going to answer those questions tonight, but this is Joe Gatto and a character that he does or talks about on the show, the Impractical Jokers. If you don't know the Impractical Jokers, you're not going to know who Joe Gatto is. He's a comedian. That's all you have to know. He does family-friendly, mostly comedy. There's been some things that he did that was bad. I don't maybe condone some of the things he did that was bad, but we're not going to talk about it. I still support his comedy. I still support him as a person. And I forgave him for all of that, whatever he did. I forgave him for it. God's going to forgive him if he has forgiveness. He went and got treatment and help for it, for whatever it was, whatever his mental condition was. And then he went back with his wife. He lived at the place for a while and then went back with his wife. And now he's doing comedy again. He canceled the whole tour because of all of the drama and everything. He canceled the whole rest of the tour. Now he's touring again in certain areas. And then he's going to start doing more tours. I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm not Joe Gatto. But I sometimes support Joe Gatto. I will wear the shirt because I like Joe Gatto. And this is I got this at the tour before he quit the tour. And he does tours on the YouTube and Hulu or whatever it is, and it's everywhere. But that's Joe Gatto. If you want to look him up, you can. He is very funny. He does do a lot of stuff. He's a very silly guy. He sometimes acts like he might be on drugs, but he doesn't do drugs, and he's never been drunk in his life. So he might have had 1 or 2 drinks, but he doesn't drink very much, and he's never been drunk. Maybe even never drink at all in his whole life. He doesn't do that stuff because that's the way he's been raised. I guess he was Catholic, but that's the way he was raised. He's a good guy. He's a father with 2 kids. He's now back with his wife, got treatment, whatever he had to do, and now he's back home with his wife and kids. Now a man named Lazarus was sick. He was from Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. This Mary, whose brother Lazarus now lay sick, was the same one who poured perfume on the Lord, wiped his feet with her hair. So the sisters sent word to Jesus, Lord, the one that you love is sick. And when he heard this, Jesus said, this sickness will not end in death. No, it is for God's glory, so that God's Son may be glorified through it. Now, Jesus loved Martha and her sister, Martha and Mary and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was sick, that he stayed where he was for 2 more days. Then he said to the disciples, let's go back to Judah and go see Lazarus. But Rabbi, a short while ago, they said the Jews was trying to stone you there, and yet you're going back there? Jesus answered, are there not 12 hours of daylight? Anyone who walks in the daytime will not stumble, for they see the world's light. Is there... this is going to be a little more detailed than the other one. It is when a person walks at night that they stumble, for they have no light. So a little story and all these things before we do the Lazarus part. After he said this, he went on to tell them, our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I'm going to go wake him up. His disciples replied, Lord, if he sleeps, yeah, he'll get better. Jesus had been speaking of his death, but the disciples thought he meant, regular sleep, natural sleep. But then he told them, Lazarus is dead. And for your sake, I am glad I was not there so that you may believe in me. Well, yeah, let's go to him. I'm going to say it a little simple for other people, maybe also for Daniel, but we already read the other one. Now then, Thomas, also known as Didymus, I guess he's another disciple, and the rest of the disciples says, yeah, let's also go so that we may go die with him. Now he's going to confront Mary and Martha. On his arrival, he found that Jesus had already been in the tomb for 4 days. Now Bethany was less than 2 miles from Jerusalem, and many Jews had come to them and comforted them and been there for them in their time of grief and the loss of their brother. So when Martha heard that Jesus was going to come, she went out to go find him and meet him. But Mary stayed at home and, grieved. Lord, Martha said to Jesus, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. But I know that now even God will give you whatever you ask for. Jesus said to her, your brother will rise again. And Martha answered, yeah, I know he'll rise again in the resurrection of the last day. Jesus said, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. And whoever lives by believing in me will never die. And do you believe this? Yes, Lord, she replied. I believe that you're the Messiah, the Son of God, who is to come into the world. After she had said this, she went back and called her sister Mary aside. The teacher is here, she said, and is asking for you. When Mary heard this, she got up quickly and went to him. Now Jesus had not yet entered the village, but was still at the place where Martha had met him. When the Jews who had been with Mary in the house, comforting her, noticed how quickly she got up and went out, and then they followed her, supposing that she was going to go to the tomb to mourn there. And then when Mary reached the place where Jesus was and saw him, she fell at Jesus' feet and said, Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. And then when Jesus saw her weeping, so these are the Lazarus' sisters, Mary and Martha. When Jesus saw her weeping, and the Jews who had come along with her was also weeping, so all of the people that was there were grieving, were all crying and weeping. And he was deeply moved in the Spirit. In the Holy Spirit, Jesus was moved and troubled. Where have you laid him? Come and see, Lord. Okay, now all of the rest of this is notes. This is the shortest one in the Bible. We went over this earlier. Verse 35, John 11:35. If you want to read any verse in the Bible, this is the shortest one. Jesus wept. If you want to, talk about that a little bit, if you want to discover it, explain why Jesus wept, didn't understand why Jesus wept. Jesus loved Lazarus, so he cried, and everybody else was crying and grieving. So then Jesus cried in the Spirit. I get cry in the Spirit all the time when I feel the Spirit. That's what happens when you feel the Spirit sometimes. You cry. I'm going to be crying on stream if I feel the Spirit when I'm singing. That's going to happen. I can't help it. That's just what happens. And I'm an emotional person. Then the Jews said, see how he loved him? But some of them said, could it not be he who opened the eyes of the blind might have kept him from even dying? Now he's going to raise him from the dead. There's another little part, and then that's the end. And we'll talk about the rest tomorrow. Jesus once more deeply moved. We still got 9 watching. Some may be blocked. And there's no more people coming in causing chaos. And maybe they got it by now. And they all had to be blocked. But that's what we had to do to get people to understand. And I'm not going to unblock them. They came to the tomb. It was a cave with a stone laid across the entrance. Take away the stone, he said. But Lord, said Martha, the sister of the dead man, by this time there is a bad odor, for he has been there for 4 days. Then Jesus said, did I not tell you that if you believe, you will see the glory of God? So they did take the stone away. And then Jesus looked up and said, Father, I thank you that you heard me. I know that you're always going to hear me. Jesus and God will always hear you if you want to talk to them or pray to them. The Holy Spirit, if you're saved, they will help guide you too. And you can talk to the Holy Spirit. You can talk to your angels up there in heaven, your guardian angels. If you have angels, and most people have at least 1 or 2 angels, or people that have died before them that are Christians and they're waiting for them, and family members. So most people have angels. You can pray to the angels. I pray to my angels sometimes and talk to my angels sometimes. But I've said this for the benefit of the people standing there, that they may believe that you sent me. And when he said this is the loud part, Jesus called in a loud voice, Lazarus, come out. This one says come out, or come. The other one says come forth. The original one, King James, maybe says come forth. This one says, Lazarus, come on out, basically. Come on down, come on out. The dead man came out, and his hands, his feet from head to toe were all wrapped up in all the mummy stuff. So he was like a mummy in the mummy stuff, but he came out with the mummy stuff, feet wrapped with strips of linen, so he smelled a little better, and a cloth across his face. When we maybe get to the whole Bible, we're going to do the week or 2 week things. We're going to do the 6 month thing. So it may be months, years. I don't know. Then we're going to do the 3-year thing. That's toward the beginning of the Bible or the Old Testament. I think it's like toward the beginning of the Bible. So it will be a while. It may be when we do the 3-year plan. It may be, like I say, it may be there's 6 months plus all the other ones, and they may take up to 6 months. I don't know. So we got a year, then we got another 3 years. It may be a year. I don't know. And then a few months. I don't know. We do one chapter at a time, and then we do the verses of all of those week plans or 2-week plans. If there's just short verses and they not a chapter, we may do a whole 2-week plan if we can, and it's not too long, or half of it at a time. I don't know how we're going to do it yet. I don't know how long or how I'm going to read it in advance, but we're going to read it in advance. And once we're at a certain point, get all of that done, then I'm going to start reading the 6-month thing. And then I personally will start doing the 3-year plan. But we're going to be a little behind on the stream, and we're going to be a little behind in stuff I already went over and went through. Okay, we will get to it. I'm not going to look it up right now. You can Google it. You can chat GBT it. You can talk to all the AIs. Ask them to explain or go over Deuteronomy 22:5 or tell you, what it's about if you don't know what's about. If you want me to know what it's about, I'll look at it later. Well, we're not going to do it tonight. I know that's only one verse. I might look at it later, but I'm not going to write it down today. If you want to put it in the chat another day, I might write it down. We're not going to do that tonight. Okay, I know that you always hear me, and I say this for the big benefit of all the people standing here, that they may believe you sent me. Okay, he said Lazarus come out. He came out. It's all wrapped up in the cloth even around his face and all the mummy stuff. Okay, everybody get the picture. He's a mummy-looking thing. He can probably barely walk, but he came out and started walking or shimmying or whatever he did with all the stuff on. If you can picture this, I'm not going to picture this or go into it right now. We'll go into it more tomorrow. Jesus said to them, sometimes we have to do a chapter and do the notes later, and that's just the way it's going to be, and we're going to make them simple and shorter. This is over an hour. We're not going to do the notes tonight. Take off the grave clothes. Let them go. Sometimes there'll be chaos and stuff that distracts me. Now we're going to talk about the religious leaders and their plot to kill Jesus. And take a couple seconds to think about it and hydrate. Catch my breath a little bit. Daniel and his people, are you still here? Just help me mod. If Daniel has to go to sleep, then you can help mod. Biscuit can help mod. If she's not here, she doesn't have to help mod. She's probably asleep. She goes to sleep, lays down around, 11 my time and goes to sleep before midnight. So she's not here to mod. I'm here to mod. I know it's late where you are. If you need to go to sleep, we did the Lazarus part. The main part of the message is the Lazarus part. We're going to do the notes tomorrow. The rest is them trying to kill Jesus. If you don't need to hear that part and you already heard that part earlier, you can lay down and try to sleep. You can listen, but you can lay down and try to sleep, and we'll try to end soon. And you don't have to mod right now. Your guardian and whatever can mod. If you want to lay down, close your eyes and just listen and have it playing. We'll leave it playing, and then we'll end it soon, and she'll end it. And then if you have to go home after and don't want to talk to me anymore tonight, worker, guardian, I'll message you, but I'm going to stay off social media tonight. I'm not going to be starting drama and talking to a million people, starting drama in my Discord or talking to people in Discord tonight. We already blocked a bunch of people. We'll block some more. We'll give people maybe another chance and unblock people and all of that. Okay. He said, okay. He's tired. He needs rest. He's been in the hospital today. I don't know if he got a nap today. So therefore, many of the Jews that had come to visit Mary had seen what Jesus did, believe in him. It's almost 11:30 there, or is 11:30 there. Some of them wept or went to the Pharisees, told them what Jesus had done. Then the chief priests, the Pharisees, called a meeting of the Sanhedrin, which is all the leaders, and they called a meeting for all the people in charge. What are we accomplishing? They asked. Here's the man performing many signs. If you let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him. And then the Romans will come and take away both our temple and our nation. The Romans will destroy everything, and they'll burn everything down, and they'll take it over. And we won't be in charge anymore or something. So they were scared. One of them, that was the main one, that was Cepheus, we'll talk about it tomorrow, who was the high priest. High priest said, you know nothing at all. You do not realize that it's better for you for one man to go ahead and die than the whole nation perish. And he did not say this on his own, but as the high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus would already die for the Jewish nation, and not only for the nation, but all the scattered children of God, to bring them together and make them one. So from that day on, they are all going to plot to take his life. They've already been trying to. There's not much to mod. They deleted all your disciples. And no, they're not my disciples. They were some of my friends. We can't be friends with them now. They wanted to cause chaos, didn't understand, and they caused some drama tonight. We're not going to unblock them. We're going to block them on all social media, the ones that I have to block on all social media, and we're going to go on with our lives. There's going to be many people that I have to block because they don't understand. They're going to cause drama. They're going to say a lot of things to upset Daniel, upset me, and upset his guardian. We won't put up with it, and eventually we'll get more mods. If you want to be a mod, you can tell me about it later or ask about it another time. If you don't want the responsibility of modding, timing people out, blocking people, or blocking your friends, then you don't have to be a mod. Okay? Anybody that wants to be a mod, we can talk about it tomorrow. And you can, if I still have you on social media. Yeah, no one has had a nap. I haven't had a nap. Daniel and his guardian hasn't had a nap, and he's been unwell. People have to go to sleep soon. There's about 4 or 5 verses left, and then we're going to say goodbye, and we'll do another one tomorrow. We're not going to maybe do the morning streams. We're going to be busy. I'll have my worker, and I have a doctor appointment to do. We have church tomorrow night. I don't know what time we're going to do a stream, but we'll do tomorrow. We'll do the notes, and we'll do a stream, and if we have to do a third version of it, we'll do a third version of it. Therefore, Jesus no longer moved publicly about the people of Judah. He withdrew to a nation near the wilderness called Ephraim, where he didn't stay with his disciples and preached there to basically till his death or till his arrest. When it was almost time for the Passover, many went up to the Jewish Passover to Jerusalem for their cleansing before the Passover, and they kept looking for Jesus, and they stood in the temple courts, and they asked, what do you think? Isn't he going to come to the festival? No, he's not going to come to the festival. But the chief priests and the Pharisees had given orders to anyone who found out that Jesus should be there, should report it, that they may arrest him, and that's why he couldn't be there. That's the end of it. Now we're to chapter 12. I don't know where my bookmark went. We're going to go back and read the notes tomorrow. Any questions about this? John 11 before we end it, and talk to everyone tomorrow. And go block a whole bunch of people on social media before we go to sleep. I don't know what's wrong with the chair. It's like acting up. It's fine, I guess. It just feels weird. There's the Bible going away. And I don't have to put the children's ones away. We'll do it from time to time. Now my chair's moving. It's fine. Okay. I'm not going to sing the Carrie song. We're not going to sing any songs. I've already practiced today. I've already been singing today. My voice hurts from talking all day. We're not doing that today. We might sing tomorrow. I don't know yet, but we're not doing praise and worship tonight. Thank you for the positivity in the chat. Thank you for staying for the lesson. Thank you for the people that obey the rules. And I gave you guys at least 30 minutes and chances to obey the rules. Some people had to go to bed, and that's okay. Some people didn't understand, and they'll leave, and they may come back. Some people unsubscribed. Some people will do whatever. We'll check the subscribe list, and we'll see if it drops so much. And we blocked a lot of people, so they may unsubscribe also. They may block me. I'm going to block several people on social media that I've had for years. We're going to delete all of our messages. We're never going to talk to certain people again, and they can never be mods again. They may have 1 or 2 chances, and then they'll get a 24-hour timeout, and then they'll get physically banned in the YouTube. And that's just the way it has to be. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at certain people, but I can't be friends with certain people for the chaos, for my drama and my mental stability, and I don't want to have to go in the hospital because I have to be here for Daniel. Mom's talked about putting me in the hospital. Mom's talked about calling my psychiatrist. Yes, I will talk to my psychiatrist at the next appointment. We're going through a lot of stress. We may not sleep well tonight again. My medicines has somewhat been working. So maybe we just need to raise it and double it. And we'll try that for a little bit and see if I start sleeping. We're going to take melatonin. We're going to take all of that. Block, delete, ignore. We're going to block, delete, and ignore people. We won't talk to people on social media if you cause drama in here and you're on a timeout and I have to block you on social media and you cause drama. We might give you one chance. You cause any more drama, you're gone. And if you already caused drama outside, message me, message Daniel, talk bad about it in the Discord, talk bad about Daniel in the Discord. We will block those people. And I don't care if I'm down to 2 or 3 people that I talk to in the Discord. You can see my messages, but you're blocked and I won't see anything that you say or care about anything that you say. And only give certain things. Just say Daniel's okay or he's had a bad day and he's not in the hospital. That's all that matters. I don't want him to have to go to the hospital for stress or the children's hospital psych ward or anything like that. We don't want to do anything to Daniel to upset him and bother him. I've given instructions to people. I thought people were safe. I thought some of these people I can trust and were Christians. Sometimes even Christians will cause drama, cause chaos, and cause problems in the church. Sometimes people get kicked out of churches like Cindy. Sometimes people cause drama and chaos, and I don't know why. Maybe they have a demon. Maybe they just are that way and have an evil personality or broken or have mental illness and are that way, cause drama and chaos and be loud in the church. And you know, my aunt is loud, I'm loud. But mom complained I was loud at dinner and, you know, telling different things she didn't want me to say. So I tried to stop. Sometimes I can't stop and I can't not be loud because they got the TVs, they got the people, they got everybody else having conversations and I can't hear myself. So I have to be a little louder. Sometimes I'm going to be loud. Sometimes I'm not going to be loud. If mom is trying to go to sleep, we're going to keep it quiet. We're not going to sing. And we might sing the Carrie song in like a whisper or something, but we're not going to try to wake up my mother. She gets very mad when I wake her up streaming. She has threatened me all kinds of stuff today. She has said all kinds of stuff to me today. And she does that sometimes when she's mad and frustrated. And she has been dealing with me for days of me not sleeping and me talking about all the drama and me talking about things. She's like, I'm not going to let you stream. Well, you can't really stop me from streaming. She's threatened to do stuff, which she's threatened to do before. I said, I have to stream the Bible studies, and that's what we're doing tonight only. I explained to her right a little bit ago that we're reading the children's Bible and the Bible and the notes, and that's what we're doing. We try to focus. And then we're going to try to go to sleep, and we're not going to get on social media tonight, except maybe to block some people after. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to do some mindfulness exercises. We're going to do some praying and maybe watching church exercises to calm me down, focus, pray in tongues, and God has settled the chat down. Satan has left the building. Maybe Satan took a nap. Maybe a lot of people went to bed and took a nap and they'll bother me tomorrow. I don't know yet, but there's going to be drama and chaos and a lot of stuff because of Daniel. And I don't understand it. He's a kid with cancer. He doesn't deserve chaos. He doesn't deserve people bullying him, people talking bad about him, people saying horrible things about Daniel. That doesn't matter. God will judge him if he needs to judge him. I've explained this and I don't understand why nobody gets it. No one understands. And everybody wants to give their opinions about Daniel, say different things, say it's not real, say they're not real. How can they do this at midnight or be with him at midnight? Because they're a guardian for his safety. They help calm him down. And they said they would do this. They don't have to be here, but they're here. Okay? And they're going to be here when they can be. If they're with other clients or they're home or it's their day off or they're sleeping, maybe they won't be here, but Daniel will be here most days and he can help me mod. Biscuit, if she wants to be a mod, if I talk to her later about the whole thing and she was asleep, so maybe she didn't get it all, but I explained to her she didn't break any rules. She didn't cause any drama or chaos. Maybe she helped me block some people, but I don't think she did. I think she went to bed and said, I don't want to deal with the drama. I don't like drama. She has other issues too, and she don't want to deal with all the drama. And she went to bed because I said, if you don't like drama and all these things and it'll upset you, you can go to bed. You can watch something else. You don't have to watch this one because of the chaos. The chat replays will never happen again. We're not going to do chat replays again. There's going to be like whatever synopsises and all those other things in chat or something, but the actual chat replay, if you replay them, you probably won't see all the messages. It's not because they're deleted or blocked or whatever. That's just the way I'm going to run things from now on. And I don't need to see all the messages and everybody getting blocked and all the drama and all the chaos and what everybody says before they get blocked. So that's not going to help me either. I don't rewatch my streams. I send them to my family. I send them to people God tells me to send on social media or I think would like them and godly people. I don't send them to everyone. Then I reshare them on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And we might get a TikTok. We might do threads and share them on there. But we're not going to talk to a lot of people privately. We're not going to tell a lot of things about Daniel now because it is turned against me and Satan is turned against me. Satan has got a hold of some of these people, even though that they're Christians, and it's starting all the drama. We know we don't like drama. I like watching drama sometimes in crime shows and different things like that. I'm behind on my shows, so I would appreciate no spoiler alerts on anything. In my Discord or any of that stuff. I'll learn about who wins and who gets voted off Dancing with the Stars later. I'll learn about the Golden Bachelor later if I want to. I'll learn about The Voice and all these things later if I want to. And all the shows, because I haven't watched any Chicago shows, any Law and Order shows, any Golden Bachelor shows. I'm behind on a little bit on Survivor, and I'm behind on all those other shows and everything else that I have listed. The Celebrity Weakest Link. I think there's some others. I have them all written down, and we're working on catching up with shows when we have time. We watch a lot of preaching, a lot of praise music. I have my worker here 3 times a week. I have doctor appointments. I have to deal with Daniel and other people and the worker and my Discord. I'm only one person. I got stressed a lot today. People asked me a lot of questions I didn't want to answer. Started a lot of drama I didn't need. Daniel didn't need. His worker didn't need people finding her on all these things. They've asked a million questions about her, Daniel, and everything else. Or rumors about Daniel are going around. Daniel is alive. That's the real Daniel. Daniel hasn't died. I don't know when Daniel's dying, but he's dying. He's going to die. He won't be around one day. This account may still be around, but it's not going to be Daniel running it. If it gets hacked by somebody or still people come in on it, it's not going to be Daniel. Once he dies, I'll unmod him. But until he dies, or until he can communicate, if he stops being able to communicate, we'll unmod him. And then it'll just be the worker helping me when she can. But, and other people as mods that I trust and I will believe and that have behaved tonight. If I want to remod a couple of other people, I might trust to remod. We're not going to remod all these other people. We're going to have to block all these other people now because of their opinions, because of their behavior, and because they don't listen when I gave simple instructions and basically one goal for today. Talk about Lazarus and all the other stuff in John 11. We didn't get to the notes tonight. We're going to try to get to that tomorrow. Discuss everything else about John 11 and questions. Okay, I will message you after the stream. We are wrapping up. I'm going to go now. If you don't have a question about John 11, you can comment questions, prayer requests. Don't copy me a bunch of questions that I'm not going to answer today or later. I'll get to all my YouTube comments later. I'll get to all of the drama later. We will block a bunch of people on all the social media, so you won't be able to message me. If you're a blocked account, we're not unblocking people. I don't care what you said, what you did. We gave you a couple chances. We gave some people one chance because they started drama and they didn't listen and they got blocked. We're going to block all the people if they come in other accounts that we know about or anybody that starts drama. And that's the way it's going to be from now on. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. You don't have to come in here and start the drama. Those are the rules. We're going to add new rules as we go about all of this and about Daniel and asking Daniel questions. I don't have time to do the new rules. I don't know if I have time to do it tomorrow, but those are kind of the rules for right now and for tonight, probably for tomorrow and for future streams when Daniel is here. You can ask him a bunch of questions. You can say hi. You can be positive to him. You can ask him about movies and like music, stuff like easy stuff like that. You can't ask him about his medical conditions or question him about what he's doing or his behavior or anything like that. You can pray for Daniel if you want. If you want to pray for Daniel, I appreciate all prayers for Daniel. People have told me, oh, I can't pray for Daniel now. He's committing sins. Even if he commits sins, I pray for everyone, even if they commit sins and the lost people, all the blocked people. I'll pray over them later. I'll pray over them tomorrow. I already prayed today already. So we pray multiple times a day. We're going to pray for my sanity and for it to get better and for me to get some sleep and for the drama to stop. It did stop for a little bit because I blocked so many people. If I have to block 50 people tomorrow, I will. If I have to block 100 people in the next upcoming weeks, we will. I'm sorry, that's just the way it has to be. We don't accept drama, we don't accept negativity, and we don't accept certain things about Daniel and hurting Daniel and making him have the meltdowns. He has the meltdowns anyways. He's going to have meltdowns. We don't need to upset him, make him worse. He's already having speech issues. Sometimes he won't be able to communicate. Pray for my sanity. That's what I need. Pray for me and Daniel, my sanity in the channel, for the drama to stop. That's all I ask for. It is a rough day. It may get better tomorrow after I block a bunch of people and they won't be able to message me on any of my social medias. I'll have to go through everything and find a bunch of people and block them. And then I'm going to feel better tonight because then they won't be able to message me. Thank you, Daniel. That's not Daniel, it's the worker. Thank you. I hope you get some sleep tonight. And there's not a problem with Daniel because I know you don't sleep. And if you're on your shift till tomorrow there at the place, then you have to sleep there at the place or whatever you're going to do, or sleep in your car, take a nap in your car, whatever you have to do, and then go back in and watch over him and do whatever you have to do today. But I'll pray for your sanity too. And because you help him so much. You're this guardian. You do everything you can to help him. People may not understand that, but I know that it's true. I know that you've been helping him for 16 years. That's not much all you can do. You're his guardian. I don't know how long you've been his guardian, but you look out for his best interests. You're a Christian and you're a good person because I've talked to you in real life on Instagram. People may not believe that it's the real you, but it's real. I know it's real. God showed me it's real. God showed me Daniel's real. Daniel is a real person. He does Instagram videos and stuff. If you find his Instagram, then you can watch his Instagram and stuff, or if it's private and he doesn't want to add you or doesn't think he can add you, he'll ask me first. Who is this person? Can I add them? If they've caused drama tonight, I'll say no. If I think that they'll be okay, I don't know if I would add them. I don't know if he'll add anybody anymore. He has like 3 friends, and I thought he had a couple of my friends as well, but he doesn't, and he blocked them, and that's how it has to be. I told him 2 people that were safe, and I'd given it out to other people, and now he can't trust any of those other people. So, and he can't trust those 2 people. And it was 2 people I trust with almost my life. People that have had my YouTube logins, people that have edited videos, nice people, good people that are Christians, people that have Jesus calling books, people that read the Bible, people that have went to church before, people that have godly parents, people that have been raised well, people that take care of their parents or live with their parents and take care of them and do what they can to help them when they're sick or, whatever. But, that's good. That's good stuff. But if you cause drama here, break the rules here, cause drama off the thing to Daniel and his worker or the Discord, and I gave you guys rules, I gave you guys simple instructions, and you didn't follow them. Several people did not follow anything that I said, went chaotic and drama, got mad at me for starting to time them out, came in here on multiple accounts and started drama. Now, Quentin didn't start too much drama, but I think I blocked 1 or 2 of his alternate accounts. Those may get unblocked. I don't know. I may give those 2 or 3 more chances. His next chance, he gets a 24-hour timeout, then he gets banned, and Daniel and his worker have those instructions. I'll give Biscuit those instructions later about certain people have 1 more chance or no chances, and all those accounts have to be blocked. And if Biscuit doesn't want to deal with it, then I'll deal with it and they'll deal with it. And Biscuit can help me mod a little bit and time people out if she wants. But if she doesn't want to do that, she don't want to deal with the drama, she just wants to be here and be supportive, I'll unmod her too, and we'll just have Daniel, his worker, and me. We have 3 people. I think we can handle it. I handle most of the stuff myself, and they can help me when they can. If Daniel's asleep or not here, then I have to be mod that night, and I have to block everyone and do everything. It's going to cause drama and chaos, and I have to block multiple people, but that's the way it has to be. I appreciate the 9 still listening to all this. I hope some of you get it in your thick skulls, and I hope some of you, just listen. May not like it, may not understand it, may not believe that any of this is real or real people, or it's the same people and they're all the bullies and everything too, and they're not. None of the bullies and all of their accounts showed up because I blocked a lot of them. We have to go in there and give them the names for the, okay. We don't ask him his Instagram. He's not going to add you. So if there's any Brenda people trying to add you on Instagram, don't add them. He may have 2 Instagrams. I don't know. He may have an old one and a new one. Maybe he got locked out. My brother has multiple different accounts for all different social medias because he gets locked out of them. He forgets passwords. I've had a couple of different stuff like that too. So you get to take 30 minutes, then you get 24 hours, then you get banned. We're not going to stand for stuff. You don't ask Daniel questions about things, and I told you this. Maybe you weren't here. You don't know things. But if you're coming and causing chaos, I don't care who you are. You don't ask Daniel questions. So you get a couple of chances. If you ask Daniel personal questions or anything about his Instagram, those accounts will get timed out and blocked. Those accounts will get blocked in the future. So some people have multiple chances. Some people get 2 or 3 chances. That's the way it has to be. You get 30 minutes, 24 hours, then I time you out. If you're doing minor offenses and you're just asking minor things, you may start with 10 minutes. But if Daniel wants to time you out, or I want to time you out, or his guardian wants to time you out, then that's the way it has to be. We're going to end it now. His guardian's still here. Daniel went to sleep, I think. Daniel messaged me. The worker messaged me. I'll get to them after the stream. They have to go to sleep. They may have to be off their shift. I don't know what their schedule is or exactly everything. I talk to them every day, but I don't know exactly everything. I'm not God. I don't judge people. I try not to judge people. Sometimes I do judge people for, different things. I try to be nice to everybody. I went in there to the dinner tonight, nice to everybody, and complimenting the waitresses and stuff on, He can't answer any social media questions. And now he's been instructed to not answer any social media requests. His accounts are going to be private. If you find them and add him, he will block everyone. He will not add anybody. And we don't give out his social media. So if you find his social media because of his name, he won't add anyone. He will block everyone that tries to add him. That's just the way it's going to be. I tried to give him a couple people to trust, and it didn't work. Other people may know his account, so they may start coming in there in other accounts or other names or their social medias. And I don't know everybody's social media or their Instagram. I'm going to block everybody so I won't have all that information. If I know some of them is Instagram or who to avoid, especially, and just automatically block, he just won't follow people back. Okay, he's not sleeping because he's upset. He maybe having meltdowns and he's not going to sleep for a while. He will eventually sleep, hopefully, and get some sleep. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I may not sleep all night because of the drama and my sanity's messed up. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the emojis are, but I appreciate them. You can add the emojis. I don't care. If that's the only thing you can do is add emojis and not comment, then add emojis. I don't care right now. It's been a rough day. We don't care about a lot of things anymore. We're done with a lot of people. I'm snapping because it helps me focus. I can't even snap. It's not very loud, but we're done with a lot of people. We're going to be done with a lot of people. We have to know why about the sleeping thing, but I can understand that. And I know why, because I may not sleep either. So after today, he didn't have to be here. She didn't have to do this. She didn't have to mod for me tonight, but they said they would, and they would do it. And she's eventually going to have to go to sleep or leave or whatever. And I got to go. 1 hour, 38 minutes. Bye for tonight. We'll do this again tomorrow. I have no clue what time. You can ask me what time. I may not know. Thank you, Father Time, for your positivity and for everything that you've said that wasn't upsetting and everything to Daniel. There's been a few of you that I will thank privately on social media, and I appreciate everything. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the scriptures in the chat. But then when you started getting chaotic, we're going to have to block you on all social media. And I'm sorry. You're not going to talk bad about Daniel and cause drama. And that's the way it has to be. Good night. We love everyone. God loves everyone. If you have prayer requests, scriptures you want me to read in the future, I'll try to write some of those down. You can send them in the comments. You can message me on social media, just the scriptures. Say, read this sometime. I want you to read this and go over it. I think it's going to help you right now. And I'll do that. I won't do it tonight, but I will write them down later or add them to my notes, and I'll write them all down. And I appreciate that. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you to the good ones that stayed. and that I followed all the rules. And thank you to a lot of people. And I'm going to thank some people later. We're going to appreciate this. We may want you to be added as a mod because you are good behavior and I trust you now. And you've been shown that I could trust you. Thank you. If you want to be a mod, we'll think about it. Bye-bye. Tomorrow, we'll do stuff tomorrow. We'll talk to people tomorrow on social media, but not tonight. Ones that are still left. We'll talk to you tomorrow and send you messages. We're not going to update anyone tonight. We're going to put our phone down. We're going to answer them, and we're going to put our phone down for the night. We're going to watch some mindfulness, do some exercises to try to help me sleep and calm down, some breathing exercises, some counting exercises, and take my medicine if that doesn't work and I have to eat. If none of that works, then we're going to be up for a while and we'll watch some preaching and stuff, and maybe I'll calm down eventually and fall asleep and get 3 or 4 hours. I may not. I have a doctor appointment like 10 in the morning. We have to get up really early. So it's going to be a rough night for me too, and I have to get up early. I don't know how the doctor's going to see me or treat me tomorrow because I'm going to be wired and all over the place, and that's how I've been. He's going to tell me I probably need to be in a stress unit or something, but he's not that type of doctor. He's there for my knee. My knee is much better. I can stand on it. I can move it around. I'm not going to do physical therapy tonight, but I have been doing physical therapy on it when I can. It's been a long day. I don't have time. So it's a lot better. I'm still going to use the tape. I'll have the tape on tomorrow. I'll have clothes on where he can see it, or I'll have shorts on where he can look at my knee and look at the swelling. If he has to take the tape off to look at the swelling, he can take the tape off and look at it and examine it and all that, whatever he has to do. I'll allow all that, but I'm not going to take the tape off until I go to the doctor. If he does more x-rays to check it all out, we'll do more x-rays because it's been 6 weeks or something, or 4 weeks or 6 weeks. It's been a while since I've been to that doctor, and we'll go over everything. That's what tomorrow's plan is, and my worker's going to be here tomorrow afternoon and be here for her 2 hours and something. Hopefully she'll get her whole time in. She hasn't been able to get her whole time in because I've had doctor appointments or she's had to leave. Tomorrow's church, she may have to leave early so she can get ready to go to church. I don't know. She'll start at whatever time she starts, do as much time as she can, and work. She's a very good worker. She goes to my church. We have church tomorrow night. That's the plan for tomorrow. I have no clue what time I'm starting. We're going to try to go over some of the notes or all of the notes, and that's what the plan is for tomorrow. And the rules will still apply. And that other rule that I mentioned, and we'll make some rules in the chat, and those rules will apply on the streams, and then we're going to have some new rules. They're all going to apply. They're going to be simple to understand, but they're all going to apply for a reason. You don't have to know the reason or understand the reason, but they'll be there for a reason. And they'll be there on future streams for a reason. And they'll be listed in all the Bible studies. The phone streams, the gaming streams, they won't be listed, but we'll talk about the new rules if we have to for the new people and even the current people that hadn't been there. Some people don't go to any of the Bible studies. They only go to the gaming streams. Quentin was here. He doesn't go to any of the Bible studies, and he was here. But he didn't behave, and I had to time him out for 24 hours. So I don't know if he'll behave, but he was here. He's been asking me questions. He's had a lot of questions. He's asked me earlier in the stream, and he was in that other stream earlier today. So he's asked me all questions about healing and different things. Then I would talk to him on X, and that's the only account that I have on X, and I've had it for years. He didn't realize it was me. Maybe now, because I told him and it was me, he will get it. And if I can message him and just let him know he has to behave. If he doesn't behave, then he has to be banned, and all accounts that I know of has to be banned. I don't know of all of Quentin's 50 or 40 or whatever alt accounts. He'll come in on all kinds of accounts. Maybe he'll behave, maybe he won't. But if they don't behave and they don't follow rules, and I see that they're Quentin or know that they're Quentin, because I know a few of them are Quentin, and I'll block them and I'll do what I have to do, or time them out for 24 hours or whatever I have to do if they keep coming in. But we'll do what we have to do for certain people. And we have the rules. Everybody has their instructions. And those are instructions for tonight and probably for tomorrow and for a few days, or when Daniel's here. When he's not here, we can talk about more things. We can tell a little bit about his status, if he's doing okay or not okay, if he's had a meltdown or something, if his vitals are good and he hasn't even had to be on much oxygen, but his oxygen levels are dropping. He'll have to have oxygen from time to time, and they have the oxygen. They have ways to check his vitals. They have ways to do all that, and they'll do all that throughout the day. They won't do it 24/7, but they'll do it throughout the day because that's their jobs. And if his guardian's there, then she'll check his vitals all the time. Okay, any questions or anything else about today? Not about the drama, but about today. I don't think there's any questions. Any prayer requests before we go? I'll give you guys a minute or two to type them, or you can give them to me later. I don't see anything, but let me give it about another minute, and then we'll say bye again. People have their instructions. People have everything. Those are the rules. There's 8 people still listening, or you guys have it on and you can't talk. And I appreciate you guys. Some of you guys blocked. I still appreciate you, and you can still listen for all of the um, Bible studies and all of that kind of stuff. And even the gaming streams, you can listen, but you won't be able to comment. If your every single account you have is blocked, you won't be able to comment, but you'll be able to listen. And if you want to watch me play the games, you can watch me play the games. I welcome people, even if you're blocked, to watch me stream the Bible studies and learn more about the Bible. You will never be unblocked, but maybe you can create a new account. Say, I've been blocked for 5 years, but I enjoy the Bible studies. I'll behave, and I'll see if they behave, and we'll see who it is. We'll see if people come back and behave, or new accounts, but maybe they won't. I don't know. See you tomorrow. Okay, some people will be here tomorrow, some people won't, maybe, and they can't, and it'll be too late and people have to sleep. Bye-bye. We're ending it, and bye.